Hello everyone, I am Monali Gupta. Welcome you all to this special segment of Since Independence. Today we have a special guest here with us, Ms. Hema Harchandani. Hello ma'am.
Hello.
She is the founder and MD of Canvas International School. We welcome you ma'am.
Thank you.
So ma'am, can you please tell us how has been this journey with you since the day you started and today when this school is not just a school, it has become a brand now?
I think it has been 3 years now. We've been working in the field. We started this journey in 2016 and now we have more than 25-30 schools across in Rajasthan and more than 2,000 kids studying with us. The journey is very good. I think major thing is we are learning every day because education is something every day the knowledge is required. So you learn every day, you feel, and then whenever you do any mistakes, you just correct it and then implement. So yes, till now we are enjoying every day. That's what.
So ma'am, what has inspired you to become an entrepreneur?
When you talk about the entrepreneurship, yes, I've been actually working with the corporates for last 15 years, and then there is a inner calling always to want to start up something my own, and specifically for the kids because my grandmother was in a school, and I really connected with the school every time. When I was in my young age, I used to go with her. And I love the school. I've always been with her, and I will always been surrounded with the kids. So that's what this started. And 2016, when I started, that's what I believe. There's the always this childhood memories in my mind, and wanted to do something for the kids. So that's how it started in 2016.
So, ma'am, tell us something about your foundation, how this started, and schools under you.
We started in 2016 with one school, and then we actually moved into the second, third, and that's what the foundation is started. The foundation is basically put up very clearly and a benchmarking for the quality standards, and every child is unique as we talk about, because you can't compare every child with the same. So every child have a different approach, every child have a different uniqueness which we need to work on, and that's what we started this foundation. And we are very happy today because whenever I look back my journey the last 3 years, it's a wonderful journey we have till now. We achieved it.
Tell us your experience about going as a leading women entrepreneur.
Going as a leading entrepreneur, I think it's more about, I always believe I'm always surrounding with the woman. So I never think about it's a leading entrepreneur, something like that. But yes, when you start as a female, as a woman entrepreneurship, it's a difficult to start up, especially when you start in Rajasthan, the people not accept, and then people have a lot of, issues when you deal with them. But I think it's all about how you look at in the
Did you feel any kind of challenges while starting?
Challenges? Yes, of course. Acceptance is very less because there is, as we meet every day for the daily things, the people not accept very easily to you. But I think the way you express them, the way you behave, the way you put up things very clearly agenda to the people, then people start supporting you. And I'm very happy when I started, and now we have a lot of people are associating, the franchise are coming, so everybody start accepting as a me. It's never be a too much of challenge. Yes, initially yes, first years 1.5 year would be little challenging for accepting the people, but now people are recognizing, people are accepting us very well. That's not a problem.
So ma'am, throughout your journey you have got so many achievements, so many honors. So ma'am, can you please tell us which is your personal favorite achievement?
For me, every award or every honor is very important. It is always give you the motivation. So when you talk about any honor or any award, it's never been a one specifically, because I believe if you you should keep something to motivate you. Every time you get any award and any recognition the society gives you for your good work, it is very good for everyone. So I think all the awards which till the time we have achieved from the people who has given a lot of love, so we accepted, and then we always, whenever one achievement comes to us, we always motivate for the next one. So that's what the energy level is about. That's what the passion is about towards to work is. So all are good. I think recently we got about the Early Childhood Association has recognized as top 50 franchise in Asia. That was one of the wonderful thing, and because when we received this award, the entire team was so happy because there are a lot of hard work we put every day and night for this. So that was the one of the recognition.
Ma'am, what are your initiatives to put this foundation not just in 50 among 50 but into 10?
So not even in 10, I always believe you should be number one. There is nothing not in 10. So that's what the plan is. We are working. We are planning to come up in next 5 years more than 100 schools in the preschool chain. Wanted quality education for the kid, give the best education to my kids, and then the learning has to be there. As we said, every child is unique. So every child we work specifically what are the learning child can be done, what are the things we can approach, because as you talk about the canvas approach, we have a different kind of approach we work with, which is called PSED approach, which is physical, emotional and social development of the child. So the coming years, yes, we are planning to come up 100 schools. With one K-12 school, we are planning for the Jaipur initially, and then 4 on. Let's see how we work on in that.
What creativity and productivity and technology you work upon to, make children more enhanced in skills and make the learning easy to them, and along with that, the fun activities. What do you work upon? How do you work upon?
It's a comprehensive thing. So when you talk about the fun activity, when you talk everyday learning, every day we have a learning systems, the activity is already placed into the part of the curriculum. So because we have a very structured curriculum, so every month, any festivals, anything like birthday celebration in the schools, any activity small, we work on gross motor skills, we work on the fine motor skills, we work on the language development of the child, mathematics skills of the child. Lot of things we work along with the child in the school. So all thing is a playway and the learning method is already there. As you said, the technology, yes. So I personally believe technology is required, but that has to be limited time with the child. Nowadays, as we understand, the child is already advanced. They know how to operate the mobile, they know the television, and then a lot of channels are there. So the kid love, but we should have a limited time for that. The discipline has to be there. The timelines has to be very clearly defined for the child at the home and the school. So when the school we talk about, we have a smart classes. We talk about the learnings. We have a lot of our own design, nursery rhymes, the story. We run a very good campaign called Short Stories, which is our own initiative which we have started. As we know nowadays, mothers or parents not having a much time to read for any books for the children. So we create a short story for the parent, and every month we send them at least 2 stories to the parent, and then let the parent read that story for the child instead of going and buying the book. Sometimes they don't do that. If you put a lot of effort also, they don't do that. So we said, okay, we prepare the stories and send it to you. Just read for your kid. So once you start reading, automatically this habit to come to your and the child will also start reading. That's what we wanted. So we started this program for the short stories, which we are doing it. But yes, again, the limited time for the IT, I'm not very happy with this. When your kid is actually working 3 hours and 4 hours watching
So
only.
don't you think that e-learning and smart classes have played a vital role in acknowledging and putting student into the field where they get everything they want and just in a minute of search?
Yes, it is important, but we need to see the age groups also. If you talk about 2 years to 6 years, you don't need to too many things into, child will not search and child will not work. Smart class is good. Even I believe it's more into when the child is actually reaching middle schooling. If you talk about like 5th and 6th standard, when you have a science is there, mathematics, biology, lot of things are subjects. Are
People believe that children enjoy visual rather than reading.
Exactly. So that's what I said. When we talk about the early childhood, visual impact is very important, but that has to be limited time. Normally mothers forgot today. Every time if child was not eating, give the mobile phone and then open the rhyme, and then child is it. So that is not a good. I said visual impact is required, but that has to be limited. Timelines has to be there. So when we do in the school, we have a specific every day. Like when you talk about the classroom, every classroom we have a specific times for the rhyme and the storytelling has to be there. The visual time is there. So auditorium is there where we actually show the stories and the musics. We interact with the music also, because music is also one of the nice therapy for the child. Not only the visual impact, but the music also play a vital role with the child, because this is a 2 to 6 year very young toddlers, young kids are there. So they have to be with the everything. They have to touch, they have to listen, they have to go for it. That's what.
Okay, and what philosophies and principles do this Canvas International work upon?
We work on majorly 3 philosophy, the Maria Montessori, because we follow the Montessori thing, and we work on Ravindranath Tagore as well, and we work on Mahatma Gandhi. All the 3 philosophy we work. As the education system, we always have a balanced diet. So if you look at, we have all the people come from the education background. There are different flavor in the work they have done. They have put up a lot of contribution in the education and the learning method. So all the learning method together we added into our curriculums, and then accordingly the placed curriculum has been placed into the system every day. So if you look at every day the system, we take the child for the environment learning. We actually took them out from the grounds, and the child actually touched the grass, touch everything, and then look at the how the flowers is, how the seeds are required. So everything is required. So when we say environment, yes, the child has to take into that environment, and then child has to do with that thing. So that's what the entire curriculum works.
So, ma'am, what do you feel that in our country we see many children who are underprivileged? They do not get the environment, the learning environment and the education, and they lag behind all of that. So what are your initiatives upon this, and how do you deal with this?
Normally when we talk about the underprivileged, there's a lot of government schemes is working right now. When you look at the scheme is which the formal schooling, as RT is one of the scheme which talk about 25% quota is already there. As a early childhood, when we work we have a nearby lot of Anganwadis where we actually take them on locally. The teachers, we ask them for the training program, and we do that in a local school. So nearby whatever schools the Anganwadi is there, we ask them to come to us, and then we teach them to what are the early childhood learning method has to be. So we work on that part. In my school, yes, apart from the 25%, we are coming up with this year as a CSR, where we are going to hire, like one of the local area, we are talking with the village where we are going to completely the systems and provided by us only. So this is one of the agenda which we are working on that. So as a part of the CSR, as a part of the initiative and education system, I wanted to contribute this only. My view is, yes, we should have a more strong ministry for the early childhood has to be different, more into the policies has to be revised, because a lot of policies still is we are working on the old. Yes, we are keep adding the new things, but we need to come up with the new complete guidelines as per the new generation.
Do you have any kind of idea about the policy which is to be introduced, which is to be imposed in the education system for the betterment of their learning?
Now, when you talk about our preschooling, we don't have a ministry as such. right? So when we say we don't have a ministry, how we are going to talk about? There is only one guidelines which the ministry given to us, Women and Child Ministry. So we are actually because we are a part of the early association, early childhood association, and everybody is actually fighting for that. We should have a different ministry who actually take care of the foundation also. You can't just build the building on the bricks. You need to work on the foundation first, and that's what we are lacking behind. So the entire the country, all the preschools, all the chain of the schools actually fighting with the government, saying that yes, we want a different ministry which actually help us very clear cut agenda how every school will very clear cut guideline talk about with us. This is the way we have to take it forward, and we should also not have a the age bar which we talk about when you talk about the first standard, because in Indian we have when your child is 6 years, when your child start going in the first standard, there's a tremendous pressure in the parents every time. In my preschool, I have to counsel a lot of parents sometimes, and you have to tell them very clearly, age is nothing. Don't be into big. But they wanted to go for a big schools or a formal education. So they were like, no, my child is 6 years, now this has to get admitted in the first standard. So I think this has to be changed, because 2 years to 6 years is one of the age where the learning has to be more practical way. The learning has to be very, the experience learning has to be there instead of the drilling process we talk about. So that's the entire guidelines has to be very clearly defined. Okay, this age to this age is the only early childhood, and there is a ministry who's going to give the guidelines. This is the way we need to work on, and the entire thing has to be clear cut discussed.
Okay, ma'am. So apart from your this, heavy schedule and hectic schedule, how do you manage your personal and professional life?
So this is a little tricky question. So I believe, as a woman, we play a lot of roles, and I also play. Sometimes I'm a mother, wife, leader. So, but it is all about priority. I keep everything on the priority. What is important right now, it is there. And once you're in the prioritize the entire your day and everything, and then you can deal with it. So I don't think so. It's very difficult. Yes, sometimes your inner mother gut feeling starts sometimes, which I always feel like when I'm not at home and I'm doing long hours working, and when I go back, but I very happy and blessed with my child, because whenever go back to house, and then she always think about, okay, you are tired, okay, don't worry, take a good nap, and let's tomorrow come back with your energy. So that's what the energy level comes. The entire environment works accordingly when you balancing automatically start when you talk about your child. Okay, this is I'm doing, and this is the things we are doing it. So that's what I balance entire thing. Nothing much in that.
Okay, ma'am. So what do you feel? How important is the women empowerment, and how important is the girl education?
See, the girl education is very important. I think still in the backward areas, if you talk about, because we stay in Rajasthan still. Anyways, Rajasthan is doing wonderful job. Last 2 years, if you look at the figure, the education is keep moving, and then a lot of Anganwadi, lot of things has been developed in the rural areas, so that child will go for the education. But still some of the parents not sending girls for this, which I really want we should work on the base and roots wherever we are, because if in the cities you'll not find nowadays is too much of girls are not going and all. Majorly you find out the rural area, the rural India when we talk about. So those areas we need to work more in that, one-to-one house to knock. We need to knock each and every house.
Do you feel that there is any requirement, or there are any certain policies or certain programs that is to be promoted to get the girls into the field of education?
See, I think we already have a lot of programs which government runs, but the implementation is very important. Whenever you talk about any program, government schemes are coming, how the implementation happening and who is going to review it. That's the more important instance of only just coming the campaign. If you give the campaign, there may be n number of the campaigns running, but what are the measurement systems are there that need to be worked on. If you work on the measurement and properly, I think the results automatically comes up. So that's what I believe this thing. The woman empowerment which you talk about, I always believe, because I have a maximum 95% women's works around me only, because I'm in education, so maximum women's actually around me. So I believe you don't need to tell them you are empowered. Being a woman, you are already powerful. So I believe into this thing. If I'm a woman, I have a lot of power to, sustain and then fight with that. Only thing I need to remind that, yes, you are a woman, you can do it, so just go for it. So that's what the woman empowerment, I for my language, woman empowerment is this only.
So with this great quote of ma'am upon women empowerment, we'll end our special segment show of Since Independence here. I, Monali, promise you to be back with a great personality in another segment of this show. Till then, take care and bye-bye.